What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day, and yesterday we did have 3 setups going into yesterday afternoon. So if you don't know what a setup is, it pretty much means that the first half of our 4-man is greened out. So we had soccer greened out, we had League of Legends green, and then we had Call of Duty green for us. And we had 3 setups going into yesterday afternoon. None of them ended up cashing, which is very, very unfortunate. But it does happen sometimes. The past 7 days we have gone 7 days straight of hitting a 4-man, and we went up like 35 units over the past 7 days. So obviously nothing to really complain about. We've had an amazing stretch of this past last week, and it kind of is what it is at that point. But it is kind of funny because if you looked at yesterday objectively at like 2 p.m. and we had those 3 setups, that was probably our best day, like our best chances overall of hitting a 4-man, and that was the day that we ended up not hitting the 4-man, which is kind of funny. But we do have the setups. The correlation is obviously working, and nothing really else to say about that. It is just unfortunate sometimes that you don't hit the setups when we do have them good to go. We do have another setup going into today, so this is happening at about 1 p.m. So in the next maybe like 30 minutes here, we'll see if this one can hit here. If it does, that's great. If it doesn't, not the end of the world. But we do have I think this is like a 1.5x. And then really what I wanted to get into today is just the amount of value that we've gotten over the past couple of days on this YouTube channel, on the VIP, as we always do. But really, we did take this Faker and Davion Mitchell play yesterday, and Davion Mitchell is actually playing tomorrow night. And I did talk about kind of the importance of getting this line in as early as possible, because now Davion Mitchell is at 11.5. So I talked about Davion Mitchell a lot yesterday. He was at 10.5 for probably like 2 hours, and then he bumped up to 11. I still liked him at 11, and then he ends up bumping to 11.5 now at this point in time. I would not be surprised by tomorrow night, if you look at it tomorrow night, that he's not at 12 or 12.5. Okay, so it's very important, right, to sometimes take these entries when they're a day out, right? Just be a little bit patient. We can wait a day to cash an entry. We can wait a day to get a point and a half of difference than all of the other people that are going to flood this Miami and Cleveland game whenever that happens tomorrow. So I'm telling you guys, whenever Miami Cleveland game is the game of the day and stuff like that tomorrow, this line is probably going to be at 12 or 12.5. So watch out for that. And then same thing with Faker here. I checked this at 1 a.m. So I went to bed at like 1 a.m. yesterday, and we took Faker at 14.5. And I actually tweeted about this too, which I wanted to show you guys. So I did tweet about the 3 4-mans, and I tweeted this about 2 p.m. yesterday. We did end up missing all of these. So unfortunate there that maybe I jinxed it or something, but I did also tweet this, right? I said, look, a lot of people don't understand that profitable betting is not about hits or misses. It is about finding value. Faker was at 14.5 for about an hour, and then he went down to 14 for another 2 hours, and then he finally got bumped down to 13. So I tweeted this out probably like 7 p.m. yesterday, so about dawn or like nighttime, and then I checked it at 1 p.m. and he gets all the way bumped down to 12. Okay, so insane value that we got at Faker here. Obviously he gets 7, so he would have went under anyway, but at the end of the day, this is really what we're looking for here, right? Faker, we get him at 14.5. He bumps all the way down to 12, you guys. Think about that in NBA terms. If you get someone in the NBA at 14.5 points under, and by game time he bumps to 12, that would be insane. Like, that doesn't really happen without injury news or some sort of lineup news or minute restriction or something like that. And we can do this all the time in League of Legends. So just think about that. Again, I'm kind of echoing, like, it doesn't really matter about hits and misses. Those are going to come, those are going to go. I can't really control, once I play a play that has really good value. Faker, at the end of the day, could he have got 20 assists and all of this would have went out the window? Yes, of course, right? At the end of the day, it's a player that can do really well in a game or do really poorly in a game. But really what I'm aiming for on this channel, and what I'm aiming for when I take, thousands of bets over the course of a year, is I'm aiming for plays just like this, where we're able to take something at 14.5 and it bumps all the way down by 2.5 assists by game time. And this game actually happened at 5 a.m. So by 5 a.m., I don't know, this might have bumped down to 11.5 or 11. I was obviously asleep at that point, but just wanted to echo that a little bit. We do have insane value, and League of Legends is like the most insane value I've ever seen on any sport, on any betting that I don't know. I've never seen anything have as much value as League of Legends currently today does on PrizePicks, okay? So if you want more League of Legends plays, if you want correlated plays, if you want to hit 4-mans with me, If you want to go up 100, we're up about 125 units so far in 2025. In 2024, we went up about 600 units in 2024, taking the exact same strategy. Okay, we were using League of Legends, we were using Counter-Strike, Valorant. We are also obviously college football and NFL once that comes around. I'm actually going to be betting some UFL today. We took a UFL play the other week and it went really well for us. But again, we're up 125 units so far the start of this year, which is really, really great to see. And if you want to get into my VIP, you can do it completely free today. All you have to do is text me the word Bovada right here to my number on the screen. So what I recommend doing is swiping up on your phone, just texting me right here to my number on the screen, and I'll get you guys the instructions on how to sign up for Bovada. All you're gonna have to do is put $25 or more into Bovada. Your money will get matched in Bovada, and then take a $1 entry. So you can take a $1 bet on maybe the NFL draft tonight, or you can take a bet on one of these NBA games obviously happening tonight. And then once you do that, send me a screenshot of proof. And what I will do is I'll actually Venmo or Cash App you back up to the $25 that you put in. Okay, so if you put in $50, I'm gonna Venmo you back $25. If you put in $25, I'm gonna actually Venmo you back $25. So that's why I say that it's free, because you're actually going to get a lot of your money back right there. And that's not even talking about the deposit match that you're gonna get on Bovada. So not only is it free money on Bovada, but you'll also obviously get 2 free months free of the VIP, which is huge. And again, we're about 4 months into the start of 2025 and we're up 125 units. So over the span of like 2 months, maybe that's like 60 or 65 units that you would be going up. And that's honestly a downturn for us. I'm not even gonna lie. Like in 2024, we were going up 50, 60 units a month like clockwork, especially once NFL and college football season comes around. Okay, so definitely lock in for that. Text me the word Bovada. I can't guarantee that this is going to be around very often. As you guys know, I kind of sometimes am jumping around apps, so I apologize for that. But definitely, if you want to get into the VIP, Bovada is the way to go. All right, so let's get into the play of the day. First pick is going to be Han Sama at under 13.5 assists. Now, he is the bot laner of this team, which means that he gets a lot of kills rather than assists, okay? I talk about the supports and the jungles. They normally get assists. The bot laner and the mid laner normally do the killing, not the assisting. So if you're really focused on League of Legends betting or you really believe in it, I recommend to maybe watch like a 10-minute video on YouTube about how League of Legends works, how the different roles work. There's going to be a lot of channels out there that can do that a lot better than I can, but if you're really focused on it or believe in it, I do recommend, maybe watching some sort of tutorial video. But how it works is there's different roles similar to like a basketball game or even a football game. The bot laner and mid laner normally do a lot more killing than assisting, okay? They play champions that do a lot more damage rather than like assisting their team, okay? So I'm taking him under assist. He is also very favored to win this game, so G2 versus Giant X. I'll just say G2 is like a top 2 team in their region, and Giant X is like definitively the worst team in their region. And he is averaging, if you just look at wins, okay, so normally in wins they get more kills and more assists, but in just wins he is averaging 4.75 assists in just wins, so that puts him down to 9.5. Now similarly to what I took the Faker line yesterday, I think this is going to bump down to 12.5 by game time, maybe even 12, right? So again, think about Faker and how we got him at 14.5 and he bumped all the way down to 12. I think similar things going to happen here. Now I will say, if you can get him at 13.5, you're getting amazing value. If you get him at 13, that's also great. 12.5, it's a little bit here or there, but if you can get it at 13 or 13.5, that is excellent value right there. And the way to tell how you get value is you could check it right before you go to bed, right? Because this guy's not playing till like 5 a.m. or something like that. Check it right before you go to bed. And if he's, I can almost guarantee he's going to bump down to at least 13, maybe 12.5. I'll try to take a screenshot and show you guys tomorrow too. But again, at the end of the day, could this guy go ahead and get 17 assists? Yeah, of course, right? He's a random player that could get a lot of assists. But at the end of the day, all we're looking for is value, which is what I want to hammer home today. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Tyrese Halliburton, which is going to be the second play of the day. Now, I do not like this play as much as I like Davion Mitchell. Honestly, like Davion Mitchell was kind of a needle in a haystack of an NBA play, probably the best play that I found all season. But Tyrese Halliburton, you guys, over 14.5 rebounds, assists. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I like this, okay? I liked Halliburton's rebound line for one, and then I also liked this Pacers and Bucks game, okay? I don't really like any of the other games in the slate. The Lakers Timberwolves game was just absolutely like, it was just a very weird game last game they played. The reason why I like this game, okay, is the Pacers are 2-0 up, okay? So this is a must-win game for the Bucks. This is a must-win game for the Bucks, but also on the opposite side, the Pacers, if they end up going 3-0 up, they're almost guaranteed to win the series, all right? We know a lot of things about going 3-0 up in the series. You're like pretty much guaranteed to win the series at that point. So this is pretty much a must-win game for both teams here. This is must-win for not must-win, but if the Pacers win this game, they pretty much lock down the series. If the Bucks win this game, they need to win this game to be able to keep the series alive and be able to win the game, okay? So I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. I think there's going to be a lot of offense. I think it's going to be a fast game, and I think the starters, most importantly, are going to play 40-plus minutes in this game, okay? I don't say that often. 40-plus minutes is a lot of minutes, but again, this is a very, very important game, the most important game for both of these teams in this season so far. So one thing that I do like is I like the Pacers' pace of play. I like the Bucks' pace of play, and I liked a lot of players on the Pacers to go over points. I like Nemr to go over points. I like Siakam to go over points. I liked maybe even Miles Turner to go over points. I liked a lot of Pacers players to go over points tonight, and I thought nothing better to do than take Halliburton over assists, right? Because Halliburton is kind of the nucleus of this team, right? He has a lot of assists. He has a lot of potential to pass the ball around and stuff like that. And again, I think he gets 12, 13 assists in this game. I also think he easily hits 4 or 5 rebounds in this game, and I think his fair value should be more like 16. Okay, so again, this is going to be the play of the day. Hans Sama to go under 13.5 assists, and then Tyrese Halliburton to go over 14.5 rebounds assists. We also have Davion Mitchell tomorrow night to look out for. If he cashes us out once again, that would be 4 plays in a row that I took Davion Mitchell that he would cash us out. So let's keep our fingers crossed. I might have to give away a Davion Mitchell jersey at this point because he's becoming like a Hall of Fame member of this channel right here. And again, if you want to get into the VIP for free, you guys can text me the word Bovada to my number right here on the screen, and I'll get you guys the instructions to sign up for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Everyone have a great Friday, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.